Hey Boujee besties, welcome back to the Boujee Lounge. I'm super excited to be interviewing no one other than Miss Candace Holyfield Parker.
Didn't know what was going to happen, but thank God I'm still here. I was terrified.
Feel me? I know.
Dr. Tyrone Butler.
When you say, like, you had a hard.
So y'all, Candace is a boss. I mean, there's no other way to put that. She has helped, plenty of women. I will say definitely over 15 women become seven-figure earners.
22.
I said over. Yeah, okay, so 22 to be exact.
I'm working on 23.
23 women have become seven-figure earners because of this beautiful chocolate woman sitting next to me.
I love it.
And she has and you have also helped countless women become six-figure eurners, right? So you're nothing to play with.
I try not to be.
Try not to humbly. Humbly, she tries not to be.
Yeah.
So I know that the spa business is what led you to your success trajectory. But what got you into even going down this path?
I was thinking about being a nurse, but it's very long. And I'm a waitress, so I'm used to making money every day. So to go to somebody's school for 4 years, I need to feed my kids the day before yesterday.
One thing about when you get some quick money, you don't want to go back to slow money.
Nope. So that's how I got into massage, because I can make money every single day. Even if I did nursing, I probably still couldn't make money every day. I had to wait to get my check.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to do that. So, now it's 2023. People can easily get into healthcare from phlebotomy. They got 5-week course, you can get into healthcare so much faster now, but I didn't know that back. And this was back in 2010.
So you went with the resources that you had, and you developed your own career path off of the resources that you had.
Yeah, from massage, because it was a year long, and I got my table, and I started my business 3 months into the program because I had my table. So it didn't take me that long.
How long did it take you to become a six-figure earner by yourself?
Well, I did Groupon in no time.
You leveraged Groupon.
That's how I made my first six figures from Groupon. I made my second 6 figures from ebooks on Instagram. Then I made their first meal from Instagram.
Doing the ebooks and leveraging the platform.
Well, I started doing events.
That's
where the money at, people.
Yes, I did my first event. I had a women's conference, and you were so kind to come speak.
I had fun.
Yeah, thank you.
I had fun.
Girl, I was stressed. My wig was stressed.
No, events are a lot.
Yes, it was a lot, but it turned out to be very nice, and I'm excited about the next one I'm gonna do. Bigger, better, more bougie.
Period.
And that's on that. And I have a drink, like an event drink. It's called Boujee Bliss. So all the women were pretty lit.
No, I was one of the lit women. I had fun.
That's cool. I thank you for coming, and I thank you for coming to be on the podcast too.
I'm down with the Boujee banker.
Yes. So we know that you are now a seven-figure earner, multi-seven-figure earner, right? And so congratulations also on becoming a 6-time award-winning spa owner.
Oh, so I just opened my spa back up in February. I hadn't done it for 5 years because I was building up SixFigureSpaChick.
Yeah.
And I counted out my awards, 9, just for my spa side.
Dang.
I lost count for SixFigureSpaChick with my spa 9 times. So I'm like, I gotta update my bio because I'm back doing spa again, and I'm 9-time award-winning spa owner. So I'm excited about that too.
So you truly are committed to what you do. Like it's definitely more than just passion. Like you really
if I'm gonna do something, I want to
all the way
do it. Yeah. It's enough people half-assed.
I'm saying, like, some people, they'll be like, okay, well, I become a 6-figure earner. That's the goal. They hit the goal and they become stagnant.
But they get comfortable.
Yeah. But for you continue to be hungry.
I tried to I've been in business 13 years. I decided to take a break last year, and I lost $1 million because I decided to take a break. I thought I had arrived. I thought I had made it. I was making millions of dollars. I could pay my staff with no problems. And girl, I lost a whole $1 million.
Was that when you announced like your official retirement? Is that when you had the...
Yeah. I tried to retire.
At the Atlanta something. It was
if
cute.
anybody is looking at this, I have tried to retire for 3 years. It ain't happened yet.
It'll happen when it's supposed to happen, but there's still people for you to impact. That's why it ain't happened yet.
But I can impact people in my bed.
Okay. Okay, and it's gonna happen because
I do a lot of the reason why the people I know do so well because I'm right there with them. I'm the queen of outside.
Yeah,
we outside, we at events, we masterminding, we working. So it takes a lot of physical labor. I don't want to do that anymore. I'm tired.
so now you're working on how you can leverage that and not have to be physically present.
Well, I restructured my whole VIP program. I restructured the whole. I said, God not gonna let me quit this. Let me restructure it. And so when I lost that $1 million and was in a shit show for 9 months, it just gave me time to get more connected with him. And now I'm back, and I just restructured it, and it's making me happy. If that makes sense.
You feel more connected with it and everything.
I'm more connected with him, but it's less physical labor on me to do the things. That's what I need. I need less hands on.
Where's your time now that you have less hands on with the physically being present within it?
So before, so basically how I've had coaching program with everybody I can think of, from Grant Cardone. I've coached with Donnell Winningham, Audrey Richmond, Korea, Glam University, Skittles, like the best of the best, Neo. And so how I structure my program, everything that I didn't get from them is in mine.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
I need access.
Yes.
And so a lot of coaches, especially if you making millions of dollars, you don't want to be hands on.
Yeah.
You already popping. You don't got, but me, I'm still real hands on, and so I took away the one-on-one weekly calls. That is what was physically draining me.
Yeah, I know how that feels, because even like within my coaching program, I would have one-on-one sessions because I have to make sure, is this budget in the way that you said it is? I need to check, but you will literally have burnout.
No, it's draining. So my last group, I normally do 200 VIPs a year. I've been doing it for the last 5 years. So that's
only 365 days in a year. 200
VIP clients a year. That's how I make the millions.
Yeah.
But it's very, very draining. And that's another thing, if you guys are listening, we see people who make millions of dollars, even 6 figures, but we don't know what's actually required to make that type of money.
Yeah.
So I took the one-on-one calls, they gone.
See, but it took you doing the work to realize that you were burning yourself out. So like if y'all are still in that process and you're like, okay, I just want to get here, and you're overworking yourself, jot down what you're doing that's caused you to be overworked, and then reevaluate what you've done and how you can improve it going forward. I love that. And so on your website, you mentioned how you teach nurses and estheticians how to open, operate, and expand their businesses with on your website, okay? Your website mentions that you help nurses and estheticians. You teach them how to open, operate, and expand their practices in unorthodox ways.
Right.
And so what does that look like? Because the nurses that I grew up knowing, you know, they were all at the doctor's office and in the hospital. So what does that look like?
So it's a new day and age. You know, it's the world of entrepreneurship. Everybody wants to be an entrepreneur. Only because it looks easy, but like these conversations we having, it's not as easy. So my strategies are unlimited. Like I got strategy stacking like crazy. So one unorthodox strategy, like a lot of people gonna do Facebook ads or Google ads, but I meet a lot of people, they don't got no money.
Yeah,
they can't do no Facebook ad. They can't do no Google ad. So now they got to do some bootstrapping marketing. So unorthodox is us, and we don't have one at the moment, but it's us taking maybe I retract to a banner or a flyer, a poster, and getting approval to put it inside of a restaurant or getting approval to put it inside of a gym. These are marketing strategies a lot of people are not thinking about when it comes to spa. They only thinking about Facebook ads, Google ads, and influencers.
Yeah, and this can even go further than the spa. Like, you know,
anybody can do this strategy.
Anybody can do this. You know, when I first started in business, I started, was it 13 years ago? 2013. Is that, how many years ago? Is that 10?
10. I started 2010 to be 13 because I'm on year 13.
Yeah, so I did since 2013. I had an in-home daycare, and then I eventually opened a women's only gym with childcare. Both of those businesses failed, but I was able to learn from those failures, right? And so, you know, people looked at my brand, they're like, man, you jumped so quickly. That quick for y'all was a year. That quick for me was 10 years.
That's the part they don't see.
Yeah, because I had to learn from all of those things and say, okay, well, all right, God, if I'm put in this position again, what am I going to do differently?
Right.
And so when I started in business in 2013, I didn't have the money to market myself. I
Most
didn't
people
have
don't.
the money to do that stuff. So I had to bootstrap it. In the beginning, you're going to have to learn all the ins and outs of your business until you can leverage what you do have to be able to do something different. So I really love that in a lot of coaching that I've heard, different practices, it's all about you got to spend to get it going.
Yeah.
If you're hungry enough, you can really bootstrap it your way up and then leverage. And I really admire that you teach that.
And it might just take a longer time. I want to be clear too. The coaches who tell you come to spend the money, their program is super expensive. So the people who are joining, they think they have the money, but they don't.
Yeah.
So like for me in my program, if people don't have, like if people want to put their coaching on a payment plan, I don't allow it.
Yeah.
Because you ain't going to have the money to pay for the other stuff. So get the money together first and then let's start working, if that makes sense. That's another thing I did with my program too.
That's also how you know what level of business they're ready for.
Right.
You know, I invested in my teeth. My veneers. First I invested in it, and investing into that made me realize that it's okay to continue to invest into yourself.
Right.
So I got to a point to where I could spend on business coaching. 2013 me could not afford this type of coaching that I purchased, but I also wasn't ready for that type of coaching.
Right, right.
So I feel like when you do invest that type of money into yourself and you're in the financial place to do so, the level of information you get may be at a much higher quality or advanced level than what you may have gotten if you were just starting out.
Right. Well, the breakthrough gonna be faster and greater, everybody.
Yeah, because you get to take advantage of that learning curve.
I think when people think about coaching or investing in themselves and their business, they think about a dollar amount when they should be thinking about the breakthrough, the transformation, the end result. What is my life going to look like after this? I teach lifelong skills. The shit I teach, girl, you can do this for the rest of your life if you want to. Like, ain't nothing gonna happen unless some change in the world, and I doubt that.
You know, it was the biggest lesson I took away from that expensive behind program was that I knew everything that was in the program.
Do you know I
was so tight.
Guess what? Another thing too, I pride myself on making sure they don't know. I pride myself on coming. Like I do masterminds with my clients every week.
If you remain a student, so you can continue.
If you sit down, you can sit down with me next week. I promise you, next week I'm gonna tell you something you ain't never heard me say before.
That lets us know that you are an excellent leader because you remain a student of your craft.
Because another thing too, I pride myself. I want people to be happy with their purchase.
Yeah,
I don't want nobody talking bad about me in the streets. I had enough of that.
I
don't want no, and that's because I was just toxic and ghetto and crazy. Like I would cuss people out, go off on them, things like that.
But you grow.
Yeah, nobody can never say they didn't get no information from me.
Yeah.
Nobody can never say they paid me and didn't make no money.
Yeah.
It was other things, like I cuss a lot, I say the word B, things like that. It was never like the information side. Nobody can never say they didn't get no information from me.
Thank you. but when I pay, let me tell you, because remember I told you 2010 me, and then when I recently paid for that program a couple of years ago, what I realized was I bootstrapped myself all that information and I wasn't implementing it. So what it taught me was if I can invest that into something and realize that I already know all this information, then somebody else can invest that into me because I know the information.
And then guess what? You didn't know you didn't know that you didn't know that you knew the information until you got in the program.
Yup. And then I was like, let me stop sleeping on myself.
Yeah.
Price went up because at the time when I did that program, I was only charging people like $50 a budget, and I was like, I just want to help everybody.
That's how I used to be. I ain't like that no more though.
Yeah, no, not at all. But it's not because of the price amount; it's because of the value amount. Because the amount of value that I was providing, people were not valuing it because of the price point. And then once I shifted that, they was like, I'm gonna show up.
And that part about wanting, like I used to always say, I want to help everybody. I want to help everybody. I can't help everybody. That's another reason I'm tired. Trying to help everybody, meet them where they are, push them, reprogram them. Girl, I ain't no therapist.
Yeah.
I'm a marketing strategist.
There's a therapist, so y'all check out that episode, okay? Dr.
Please
April
check
Brown.
Call April. Don't call me.
April.
Yeah, call April. Call me for the marketing, but call April for the therapy.
I'm saying, so you help these nurses realize that there's another side to what they do.
Right.
Opening up a new door for them. And that look like entrepreneurship. And I've looked at your stories and I've seen where you'll go into and help them launch, and you'll go and do check-ins on them and make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to do to generate income. Because you have a saying about how much they should be making at their place of business.
That's right.
How much should a nurse, is a practitioner?
So don't have,
what is it called? Esthetician?
no, so anybody in spa.
Okay, anybody in spa.
So it's different levels of spas. So we got traditional spas, which is like massage, facials, and then we have clinical spas. That's clinical products, and then we have med spas that's governed by a doctor.
Okay.
So it's levels to this thing. So of course the one by the doctor gonna make the most money, but you can still make a bag with that. Like I made over $300,000 from Groupon with just a traditional spa, and so as I progress on, everybody should be making at least 30K months with their spa. It don't matter what type it is. Bare minimum
30K.
No matter what.
Minimum.
And what this 30K came from, I know for me, when I was in business making six figures, it wasn't enough. I got to get up and go to work again and work very hard. I don't want to do that. 30K is when I started to see some ease in my life and my business, because I had more than enough. Girl, now my bill's 30K a month. Jesus.
That's what I say, because the more you make, honestly, your lifestyle's going to shift. It just is.
Yeah.
You want to position yourself like, everyone has this dream life. Everybody has a vision board, but does the work that you do connect to what that life looks like? And if it doesn't, be prepared to
I have lived my dream life before.
Yeah.
I lived it before.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. I got a new dream now though.
Amen. Okay. So the spa industry, this is where you primarily focus on within your business coaching.
I only spa. I
Only
help. I mean, that's what I know.
It's a super competitive industry.
I mean, now it is. So people, if anybody listens to this,
book is not just a regular read, it's a workbook. It's kind of like financial therapy, and it allows you to dig deep. So it asks the type of questions like, what is your current relationship with money? What has it cost you? How have you been introduced? What was your parents' relationship like with money? All that type of stuff. So make sure you guys go check it out. It really makes you dig deep and kind of come to the conclusion and like be real with yourself when it comes to your spending habits and your money management.
spa is still not dominated by black. Dominated by Caucasians and Asians. It's still not dominated by black. So once I got in there, I was like, I got to make some money. And then that's how I became this disruptor in the spa industry.
So what do you feel like are some of the most common challenges that people face when they're wanting to get into the spa industry and launch their own business?
Well, if they're black, now more black people they go to the spa. But when I started 13 years ago, everybody told me I was going to fail. They were like, why you doing massage? Why you open up a spa? That ain't going to work. You ain't going to make no money. When I tell you, not one person told me I was going to be successful. Not one. Here I am, multi-million-dollar later.
Right.
Not one person told me I was.
People probably reach back and ask you.
And then they be like, I'm proud of you. Yeah, they didn't came to my spa. I got a lot of support for my spa. I can honestly say, like, my city, Memphis, Tennessee, my family, my friends. I know, how you hear people like, I don't got no support. That's not my story.
Yeah.
Everybody supported my business.
That's beautiful. Because a lot of people won't support the vision, but they'll support the success story.
Yeah, they support. They came. I made them come to the spa. I'm like, have a spa party. You got to think about what people want. So instead of me trying to get people in there just to get a massage, I'm like, let's have a spa party. People like to party.
Yeah.
So I did the whole spa party concept, and that's where the support and things came from. And my clientele now is every race you can think about, because the Groupon, though, it's not from myself.
Yeah.
Groupon put me in front of all those people. So one obstacle, people don't know marketing, don't know how to get a client. They don't know the business operations side. We go to school for massage, we only learn how to do massage. Or if nurses go to school to be a nurse, they learn nursing things. They don't know how to run a business.
Right.
That's where a huge gap is in the entrepreneur world. And so I'm excited that I can fill in that gap of the actual business operation aspect.
And that's the part where you feel like if they got this, then all of them would thrive.
I lost a whole $1 million last year, and I ain't stopped traveling. I ain't lose no house. I ain't lose no car, because I know money and I know business, and so that's what kept me.
So getting people launched, they're generating, great money in the beginning. But what about that longevity in the business?
So that's what we teach. So we teach foundational and structure systems. So the business is set up for like a war. Like, let's say something, like right now the economy is a shit show. Like, you know, before, that's how I ended up back opening my spa. I was charging $10K for my coaching program. People was paying me like it was nothing. Baby, it dried up. So people are still paying, but not as fast as they was paying before, because ain't nobody got no money.
Yeah.
So that's where the long term come in. If we set it up the correct way with the lead generator, with the brand awareness, with the visibility, and we never stop those things, that's how we keep it set up for. And mind you too, everybody who's listening, I'm telling all my clients right now, even though we have a spa, we got to make it medical. Everybody's stressed out.
Yeah.
So don't be posting like, come get a massage. Hey, you're stressed out. It's a medical thing now.
Yeah.
Also, if we make spa medical, that's how it turns into long term. Hospitals ain't broke.
You layer the services, and then you can build the insurance companies now because it's medical.
Well, we can do insurance. We can also do what's called flex spending account, health spending accounts. We make everything medical. That's gonna be our number one way to stay open forever. People sick every day.
That's how you beat the fluctuations of the economy. That's strategic. I love that. So if y'all are somebody, you have a spa, you have, your table set up, and you got your suite, take note of this. Learn how to position yourself now so you can do what you need to do and go on a scale it. And when you do, you better tag the SixFigureSpaChick and let her know, that some of the things she suggested help you, because she could lay out the whole game on this podcast, but it won't matter if you don't go and do it.
Right.
So
they gotta make it medical. That's how you do long term.
Yeah.
And build up your list. So even if they don't do medical, building up the list, that's long term success.
Can you share an example of how they could do that
with the list? So like for me, I have a $50 spa gift card, and for people to get it, they got to give me their phone number.
Yeah.
And so that's how I be on my list.
That's good.
That's
you don't take emails.
No, I can.
Yeah.
But I mean, I live in Atlanta. Everybody got their phone in their hand.
I was gonna say. Yeah.
So now, of course, once they come in, if like they intake form, now I do have their email.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, I just strictly do phone numbers. So my goal is to get as many phone numbers as I can every single day. That's my goal. Not people actually booking an appointment. People who are interested in booking an appointment, and then I take them through a nurture sequence.
A nurture sequence. Okay. All right. So can you share some success stories or testimonials from nurses or estheticians who have implemented your teachings and witnessed significant growth?
Of course. So one of my nurses, she's in Dallas. Her name is Tracy. Her Instagram, y'all come. My resume real public, so y'all go, do some research. Her Instagram is everyone's favorite nurse. Her spa is called T. Alexandra Med Spa. She made $1 million. When I met her, she said she was doing 5K months. So we first took her from 5K months to like 15K months. And then we added in some of those unorthodox marketing. Another thing too, very important, y'all, I call it 360 your business. And so you could meet me and only be doing facials or IV hydration or Botox or massage, right? And then now we're ready to 360 the business. Now we're gonna put a product.
Yeah. Layer it. You're gonna add them layers.
We're gonna have a product for our clients, right? And then we're gonna have a product for our peers. Then we're gonna have a class for our clients, and we're gonna have a class for our peers. That's how we hit the mill.
Layering, you gotta always think about, okay, so you got your service, what can branch off from that service? Anything in business you can branch off.
Because I was only a massage therapist.
Yeah.
I've had my own candles, my own body scrub, my own CBD oil, my own robes, t-shirts. I've had a couple massage classes. I got the only Black Spa Expo in the world. That's for my peers. I do spa parties. A spa party is an event. That's for my clients. That's how I 360 my business.
So you also did something else to 360 your business. You wrote not only one book, but multiple books.
30
books.
Yeah, only for spa pros.
360
I do have one book that can be for anybody. It's my Bitter Plus Broke Equal Boss book. Anybody can buy that one, but the rest of them are only for my peers.
Okay, and I'll make sure y'all, all the links will be in the description box below, so please check them out.
That's how I made my second 6-figure from them ebooks.
From the ebook.
Because I didn't have a website yet. They wasn't on the link. They wasn't on Amazon. I used to, by hand, have to email each book to each person when they ordered.
Oh,
I didn't even I only know how to do massage. Nobody taught me digital.
I
didn't even know how to set it up.
Yeah.
So for years, I would just email it one by one. If somebody bought it, I'll email it to them until I got. And I'm actually about to hit $1 million just on my digital. So I'm trying to count down.
Yes, cheers. We don't want to.
I'm trying to look.
Got label like, well, cheers. Here,
Look, we're going
cheers. Yes.
So yeah, I'm counting down. I'm close to 20,000 orders.
Yes.
And I'm close to $1 million on digital. So I'm counting down. So there's another thing people can think about. Like, you want to free up your time. You want freedom. You can't trade all your time for money.
Yeah.
My only job for that digital, created one time and keep on sending the traffic there.
I love digital products. It is.
Me too.
It is one of the easiest ways to have the highest ROI. So your return on your investment, right? Whether that's investment on time, because you can build a digital product for free. You can do that.
You can go to Canva. It's free.
Go to Canva, build it for free. Put it up on PayHip, which is a source, or Gumroad.
I still have PayHip to this day.
Girl,
they
PayHip.
Candace, get Shopify. I'm like, girl, I'm too old. I don't want to learn nothing else.
I love me some PayHip because PayHip allows you to put the products on there for free, and then they take it out on the back end.
When Shopify gonna charge it $35 up front.
Yes, no, we don't have time for that.
I need to get Shopify. I paid somebody $1,500 to build me a Shopify store, and I never used it. I got it right now. It look good. I ain't never used it.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
People, you know how you call. You need Shopify, and I just went and got it, but I
have tried to use Shopify. I can't figure it out. I use Wix. I used to use PayHip. And then I use Meta Facebook Store.
I know PayHip like the back of my hand.
Yeah, PayHip is cool.
I know that one.
Okay, so Candace, looking ahead, all right, you have plans for expanding the way you impact the spa industry, which you've already done so much. So you're just gonna be the Beyonce of spa, the Queen Latifah of the industry. Okay, so what is next? Are there any new initiatives or projects on the horizon that you want to share with us?
So I have my 5th Black Spa Expo. It's the only Black Spa Expo. It's a lot of expos, but they're ran by Caucasians. So I have the only one by a Black person for Black people. So that's coming up in September. I do the only Black Spa Awards. I created the only Spa Hall of Fame. That's always in December. I'm now focusing just on those 2 events and then the VIP program. So
I'm such a story watcher. I saw
my stories be lit.
Her stories are lit. Y'all have to follow her. You did it at the Atlanta Aquarium, the Georgia Aquarium.
Oh, I did my December event there.
So pretty.
I'm doing it again this year. September, I'm doing the finale day there. We got Big Six. We got a lot of people coming through.
Yeah, it was so pretty.
It was beautiful.
Y'all, it was gorgeous.
I'm all about the experience. We can go to a Holiday Inn now if we want to.
We're not doing that. Not this audience.
You know,
take that to somebody else.
If we want to, but I'm really, and it's just a personal opinion for me. I feel like people are creative when they get into a certain type of environment. Yeah. So I try to find pretty unique environment, and so that's really. And I always want to do it at the aquarium. I used to couldn't afford it. It was back in the day. They told me it was $13,000. I actually paid $27,000, but I did not have $13,000 back in the day to do my event, and this was in 2016. I didn't have $13,000 to do my event there. And I thought I was going to retire. I was like, I got to do it at Georgia Aquarium. Yeah. And that one day dinner, y'all, $27,000.
I knew it had to. You actually,
no decor, nothing.
When I saw that, I was like, you can do an event there? I didn't know you could. I didn't know you could. Seeing you, and that's the thing about having somebody be a representative